Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel, and appreciate there's been a few unboxing videos in recent weeks. I've been doing a lot of sorting out, moving on lots of items from the wargaming cupboard, board games, rules, books, figures, armies, all sorts of things, and reinvesting that into some key things I want to add to my collection. This particular game has been in my crosshairs for a long time. I think this is going to be potentially a grail game in the future. Part of Worthington's American Civil War series. This particular one is, of course, Gettysburg. It's another Gettysburg game. I know I have a number myself, but you can never have enough of these types of games. But the thing that struck me about this one is, one, it's produced by Worthington, and I'm a big fan of Worthington games, got a number of their titles. What I love about Worthington is their simple to easy to understand rules. It's all about the game and enjoying the experience of playing these historical battles. The component quality is normally top-notch, artwork, everything. So for me, they tick a lot of boxes. Probably not always for the scholar or grognard. In terms of detail, you'd probably be looking at other games out there for that. But if you're looking for something to really scratch that itch, and if American Civil War is your thing, then any of these series I think are worth a look. I know they do Antietam, Shiloh, the 7 Days. I think Franklin is another one that's just come out recently. I haven't played that one yet. But for me, Gettysburg, despite its size, was a must-have, and one I'm really looking forward to getting on the table and playing with the guys at the club, probably over a number of sessions to do the full 3 days. So just wanted to share with you a bit about what you get. For the purposes of the video, it's probably going to be very difficult to show you the map in its entirety because it is big, but I will do my best to share with you some of that loveliness, and hopefully it will just give you some ideas and fill in some gaps around the series, maybe get you wanting to have a look at them a bit further. So what you probably can't see here is how big this box actually is, and it's heavy as well. It's a big, thick box. You can see my hand there. This is a big box, and a heavy box. It has a sleeve, which is quite nice. They had these on the Victoria Cross game, which I've also got. Victoria Cross 2 had a sleeve. I quite like that sometimes. It's not necessary, but it's quite useful for something like this where you haven't got to turn the box upside down and everything goes flying everywhere. If you just want to kind of show people a little bit about the game and you're filming, it's perfect. So mounted game board, 5 counter sheets, 2 dice, rulebook, battle book, counter tray, player aid cards, 4 out of 10 difficulty, and can be played solitaire. Playtime 2 to 12 hours, depending on whether you're doing one of the days, one of the fictitious ones, or indeed the whole battle itself. You can see there this game is at Brigade level, and again you can see some of the beautiful counters. Really simple artwork, clear, concise, easy to understand, which I really like. And just a glimpse of some of the beautiful artwork that makes up the map of the battlefield. And having been very fortunate to have got there recently, I think that's why this game had to be part of my collection, and one which will probably stay in my collection for a very long time. So let's bring the box back over. I'm going to get hernia moving this. Let's show you what you get inside the box. And the first thing I want to show you is the inside of the lid. How lovely is that? Really nice. It's a really solid box, but everything is just polished when Worthington put together games. That's what I really like about them. I didn't get given this game. I didn't get given this game to review or freebie or anything like that. This is my personal opinion. I paid my own good solid sterling, pounds and pence for this game myself. So I've got no vested interest in talking up Worthington. I just personally believe that they make really good games. Okay, so what do you get? Okay, so you get the Civil War Brigade Battle Series rules. We're now up to version 1.4. What I really like about this and what attracts me is that number down there, number 8. 8 pages of rules. Simple, straight to the point, get it on the table, get playing, have fun, enjoy the experience. That for me is what wargaming is all about. The Civil War Brigade Battle Series are very popular. Obviously you've got great battles of the American Civil War, the MMP, Hasbro kind of titles, and a number of other series out there for the Civil War as well. I have not played any of these as yet, I must admit. I've gone purely on the basis of the low page count and the company producing the game and the people designing it, that I will like it. And of course, what's not to like with the Battle of Gettysburg from a historical point of view. So the rules are really simple. In green you can see some of the key elements, and the blue are the key rules themselves. I think the green are actually where they've made changes, and the blue are the very specific ones, but it's not difficult. You've got examples of play in there as well. I've already had a flick through. One thing I would say, despite this being version 1.4, I've still seen some typos in here. And for the amount of money you pay for these games, I think that's quite poor. You know, it isn't difficult to do a spell check or for someone to read through these and proofread these games. This isn't, you know, I'm not saying this is specific to this company alone. It happens with a lot of games. But when they're charging the amount of money that they are for these games, you know, and the production quality is generally so good, you'd hope that there wouldn't be any typos. But especially after various revisions, and then we're now at 1.4 and there's still typos in there. So minor things, doesn't detract from the game, doesn't impact on how you read the rules. They're, as I say, they're typos. They're not impacting how you understand the game or anything like that, but maybe just something to fix for future versions. You then get 2 playbooks. Again, really nice artwork carried through. So the playbook runs to 16 pages, and you've got this optional rule called Cavalry Battle. I've read through this a couple of times, not really sure I get it, to be honest. I'm not really sure I'm going to use it. I think I want to sort of have a look on Board Game Geek, see who else is using it and how they're playing that, and work out really whether I want to include that or not. But importantly, you get 6 scenarios: day 1, day 2, day 3. Day 3 you get I think a couple of games within that one. And day 4 is a fictional game, and then you've got a 4-day campaign battle as well. So it's kind of various things in there to give you longevity of play and lots of options. Again, probably one thing I've kind of picked up reading the Geek and listening to other players is that this is you can't play any of the scenarios on one map. You've got to get them both set up. You pretty much got to have a lot of the game set up in full to be able to play it. There's no kind of half measures. perhaps a little disappointing. You know, it would have been nice to have maybe had the ability to play some of the key actions of those 3 days in confined areas of the maps. But hey, what's to stop you doing that? What's to stop you designing your own scenarios and adding those in? And maybe more scenarios will become available. There's a lot of us out there designing different things that we share on Board Game Geek, so watch this space. Who knows? Designer notes, really like. Historical summary, the usual information overload on the battle, but again, this is aimed not just at people who've done lots of reading on this, but people who've never played or read about Gettysburg. So really nice, nicely produced. Cannot fault that at all. So this I really like. This is a chain of command showing you the orbats in effect for each force and the counters that represent those. So you've got your corps commanders, divisional commanders, and you can see there it kind of breaks it all down. Really nicely done, and I like the color schemes that are being used. And again, we've got the Confederates the same. Again, nice from that point of view. Nice palette colours, very easy to identify on the table who is who belongs to who, like that, really good. Then you've got quick reference sheet, you can see there, nice cardstock, really open and easy to understand. Not much information on those. Terrain chart on the back, again, very easy to understand. This is what I like about these type of games. Simple, straightforward, not overly complicated. Going back to the optional rule around cavalry battle, you have this battle board. I say, need to do a bit more reading around that, understand, try and get my head around what that's all about. And then you've got your reinforcement schedules, so Confederate Union, casualty tracks, timings, dates, everything is on there. So again, nice and easy to understand. And then you get into the counter sheets. So you can see straight away who these are. The grey, really nice detail in there. Good, thick, solid counters. These are replacement leaders. You know, counters are always really nice. There you go, that one's just punched out so easily. What I really like is they're already rounded, so they're really nice quality. Again, gonna last well, and the print is always good. There's never issues with things not appearing properly, you know, things overlapping. Everything looks really nice and colourful in a way that, as I say, you can distinctly pick out who belongs to who, what side is what. Then you've got these like markers that sit underneath the counters for things like breastwork and column formations, panic markers, victory points, tide of battle markers, fired markers, and then these are the casualties. So you will see on here, for example, if we pick this one here, Smith has a strength of 16. So you would start with a 16 counter, and then each time they get casualties, you move them down, and then you pick the appropriate counters as they move down into lower numbers. You'll see there's a load more here as well with different numbers on them. And once they get down to 0, then they're removed. So lots of counters. Let me just make some room here so we can get to the other exciting part of the game in a moment, which is the maps. So you've got these two fold out maps, and then in the bottom you've got the customary Worthington tray to put all your components in, along with your 2d10 in the appropriate blue and grey. So again, really nice touch. You can see the depth of the box there. A lot to put in here. So like that. That's really nice. So I'm just going to put the maps out and then come back and just show you purely as close up as I can of the quality of the map itself. So this is the very large map that you get with the game in 2 halves put together. Luckily it just fits onto my gaming table. Be wary of this. If you're buying this game, make sure you have an area suitable to play over, because it is a big map. I'll confirm the dimensions in a moment, but what I want to do is just have a little skim over just to show you a little bit about the game, the map, how it looks. You'll see it's very nicely done. Again, a nice palette of colors to distinguish the high ground. You've got some of the key names of the roads, railroads, places of interest. Let's just say I've got lights on here to try and make the light as good as I can, so apologies for any shadow, but it's to just try and give you a flavour of what you get in this map, the size of it, the quality of it. It's just beautiful. I keep looking at it. I think you could probably spend a fair bit of time just really looking over the map and getting to understand the lay of the land. I mean, of course, if you've done reading on Gettysburg, you'll know a lot of these places anyway. But every time you look at it, you kind of see something a little bit different, which is nice. So you've got the town itself with all the roads coming in here. Again, really nicely done. Very simplistic, but good. Different road networks coming in, and then towards the back there you've got some more key areas like Culp's Hill here. So hopefully that's given you a bit of a flavour. You can look at it, you're going to play it the way I've just showed you, but you can look at it another way as well, just to get a feel for this, just to hold that in view for you. And you can really see the different colour schemes and palettes that have been used to make this game shine, and shine it does. It is beautiful. So I'm just going to stop the video and then quickly tell you, of course you can look this up before you jump in and make such a purchase, but just to tell you what the size of this is. But it is probably one of the biggest mounted boards I have played on personally. So I'm really looking forward to this, getting it set up and starting to move a few counters around. So the two maps, when put together, are 34 inches by 44 inches. They're 34 by 22 individually. So nearly 3 by 4 foot in size. So as you can see, a big map for a big game. And it is a big game. It's not designed to be a small game. This is a game that's going to probably be played over 2-3 sessions, maybe more if you dive in and out. But hopefully that's given you a flavour of Worthington's Gettysburg, 1st to the 3rd of July 1863, part of their old school war game series and part of their Civil War Brigade battle games. Hope you've liked this video, and hope to bring you more very soon. Thanks for watching.